Well, Heroes episode 5 is finally dropped, and like I said, a lot of expectation, a lot of hype, because obviously this was the debut in the any anime capacity of Super Saiyan 4 Xeno Vegetto. So I was all gun ho for this, and the first thing I noticed was they cut the opening from this episode. Now I don't know if this is going to be a continuous thing, like they do this with all the remaining episodes, regardless of how many we get in the Prison Planet arc, or if they continue the PR anime. It depends, but if that's the case, then and they continue this trend where they get rid of the opening, that implies that they listen to the people out there, because one of the biggest criticisms of Dragon Ball Heroes is the fact that they have the opening and it's over a minute long, where the episode is only 8 minutes long, so it takes away from the episode. So that's the first thing I noticed. So if that's the case, they clearly listen to whoever watches, and they should, to get rid of the opening, because it takes way too much time. Again, I don't know if it's a one-time thing or if it's what's going to happen from here on in. I hope so, and I hope somewhere down the line we get longer episodes. But I think everyone would like that. But I mean, it is only a promotional anime. That being said, though, I was kind of curious how they was gonna handle this, and it was definitely similar to what we saw in the preview with Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, and combat starts off with Super Saiyan God Goku clashing with Cumber in base mode. By the way, he had his aura up, but he was in base mode after getting his transformation nullified by Few. So the fight goes on, and I mean, Super Saiyan God Goku is getting ruffle stomped by Cumber, and there's going to be a lot of question marks because of the upcoming episode in episode 6. So if you've seen the episode title, you already know what's to come. But I will say this, in terms of what continuity Goku this is, I thought personally, in the Future Trunks arc, Goku and Vegeta. That's what I thought, because that's why Trunks was there and Future Mai. We'll find out next week if that's the case, because it depends on Vegeta's response once he sees Goku. By the way, Ultra Instinct is coming in episode 6, so yeah. So if you're wondering why Goku's not awakening, he's going to. There's already a visual out. I'm going to watch this out. I'm going to watch that afterwards, give you my thought on that, and so much more in a separate video. But yeah, so we're getting Mastered Ultra Instinct, not just Ultra Instinct, but Mastered Ultra Instinct is going to make a return. But this was Goku in Super Saiyan God, getting ruffle stomped by Cumber in base mode. So, and he's getting an energy blast. He throws the same energy blast he used against Vegito. Goku stood no chance of pushing this back. I mean, if this pushed back Vegito with Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, then no way. So is Goku going to handle this? Turns out it gets blown back, and then Cumber follows that up with a barrage of blasts. And then while this is going on, and one blast that actually snaps the chain that was sealing the Prison Planet, then we see Few. And before I get to that, though, something else I'm kind of critical on, and I will point out the bad points in Dragon Ball Heroes. One of them is like the lack of participation when it comes to Cooler and Vegeta. We saw him, Vegeta, briefly get into the action last week. Vegeta didn't do a thing. Trunks didn't do a thing. And Cooler was just standing there, chilled. And so I kind of wish they would do something on purpose to get the hell out of there, right? So, again, maybe I'm just reading too much into this, but again, that just points out to me as well. So, and Few returns back to the lab after doing his deed last week, or in the last episode. Man, oh man, do I wish this was responsible for this, considering we know who's on the planet. So, and he come to realize, okay, it's Xeno Goku, and what we come to find out later, Xeno Vegeta is already there on the prison planet. And Few's shocked, and he realizes, okay, I can't do my experiments anymore because my lab's in ruins. So, and it looks like Few's going to be the final antagonist of this arc. I don't know how many episodes it's got remaining, but boy oh boy, I'm curious. Once the anime wraps up, the PR anime, I'm going to go and reread the manga after we get chapter 8 and 9 of the Dark Empire arc. Once that gets English sub translations, I'll start the Prison Planet arc in the manga on the channel. But I'm curious where that's going to go when it comes to like more information, like. Because one thing, I kind of figured they weren't going to do this, but I was kind of hoping in the back of my mind, they're going to give us a teaser of how Cumber recognizes Super Saiyan God, and does this imply that Cumber was once upon a time familiar with the Super Saiyan God transformation? If so, where and when? What realm? Could he have been from Universe 7? We don't know. And I don't think we'll ever know the answer. And I'm hoping this is something the manga will elaborate, because they do have a lot more information. That's why I appreciate the manga a little bit more than the anime. And I kind of wish they started with Dark Empire for a specific reason, that it would explain a lot more about Time Patrol and the reason why Vegeta is there and why Goku's there. I don't know if we're going to get that. I hope we do at some point, because it just needs to explain a couple of things to the casuals or haven't read the manga, so there's lack of information there. But all that said, Goku just gets, he gets tranced in Super Saiyan God. So with the exception of Super Saiyan 3, we've seen every mode that Goku has in Capsule Cup Goku. We've seen Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan Blue, now Super Saiyan God, and even Kaioken, and that's not been enough. So living up to his MO of being just broken as all hell. And for those who said that, there's a couple of comments and a couple of people that actually mentioned that Cumber had his tail cut off by a few. Not the case at all, because if you clearly see in this episode, he's still got his tail. We've seen Vegeta, Gohan, and Goku have their tail removed. That didn't happen to Cumber. So what few did, and I said this in the previous review, he nullified the transformation by using the full moon, the artificial blood wave full moon, and used that to reverse the transformation. That's what happened. It's similar to the technique he uses in Xenoverse 2. So I noticed there was a lot of people saying that. Again, that's clearly not the case here. So then, before Goku gets finished off by Cumber, in comes Goku and Vegeta, Time Patrol, Goku and Vegeta, in Super Saiyan 4 no less, because that would have been kind of cool to see Vegeta transform, but no, they're already in Super Saiyan 4, ready to take care of business. And Cumber's like, I'm ready to take all challenges. Boom, just like that, transforms into Super Saiyan 3. I figured that we were going to include that into this episode. They did. However, it felt so underwhelming because it was just like, boom, that's it. No build-up, no nothing. So, and I anticipate they were going to do this, and this is why they did reveal Super Saiyan, because people would have made jokes and called it out, oh, this is just Super Saiyan 3 but with eyebrows. The fact that this is Super Saiyan 3, and there should have been a lot more of a build-up, in my opinion, but oh well, what can you do? So, it is an 8-minute episode, but so he powers up, and Goku and Xeno Goku and Vegeta like, oh, this aura is like intensified even more. So Vegeta, you have it. Got the Patara earrings. So I thought Mai was going to give them her Patara earrings that she was holding in the previous episode. So I don't know why they highlighted that if that wasn't going to be the case, but I guess they have their own earrings of their own, and that implies to me. And if you notice the earrings, very same color as the ones that Supreme Kai of Time has. So I don't know if that's going to be introduced as well. Attention to detail. Birth of Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, and my God, worth the wait. And boy, in some bizarre way, this is our first look at a Super Saiyan 4 battling Super Saiyan 3. It just, the way that Super Saiyan 3 was awakened, very underwhelming, considering there's been brawly, people were up in arms about this, off their feet, bouncing up and down the living rooms. So yeah, so it's kind of a big deal when we saw somebody else other than Goku and Gotenks awaken Super Saiyan 3. There's not a lot of people seeing that unless you've been paying attention to the openings for the past 8 years. So shout out to the happy anniversary when it comes to Dragon Ball Heroes. Used it as Vegito, so that was the draw for this episode. They go in, they attack Cumber, and boy, they get some shots in. And even Cumber at this point is fending off Xeno Goku and Vegeta. I guess Vegito. And at this point, people are going to be having problems with the power scale. Number one, you really shouldn't try to think that hard about power scale when it comes to Dragon Ball Heroes. Number two, if they're like, oh, okay, this version of Vegito is having way more success against Cumber in a Super Saiyan 3 form that Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken could not do against Cumber in base mode. So this is another reason why I think this is like post Goku Black arc, Goku and Vegeta, because if this had been post Tournament of Power, I think there is a lot more of a difference considering how strong Goku and Vegeta were after the Tournament of Power. Yeah, we're going to find out soon because, again, like I said, it's going to depend on if Vegeta recognizes Ultra Instinct or not. I don't know. Vegeta's like on and on. And I kind of hope by the end of this we get some interaction with the two Gokus and Vegetas because I just think that'd be funny as hell with Vegeta, two versions of Vegeta and two versions of Goku's. I honestly thought we were going to get two separate fusions and that's going to how they finish off Combat and Feud, but I don't think that's going to be the case now. And it wasn't just a final Kamehameha, it was just a regular Kamehameha from Vegito. Blasted combat, there's another energy struggle. This time Vegito, and rightfully so, gets the better of combat. And there's going to be a lot of people saying, oh, well, does that imply that this version of Vegito is stronger? I would say yes, and it's only because this is not the GT version of Goku and Vegeta. This is much stronger versions. If you read the manga, they have been training, especially Goku, so Goku's way more of a beast than he was in GT here. So, plus you incorporate the fact that Vegeta is just as strong as ever in Super Saiyan 4. This fusion should not be taken lightly. So, and that's the reason why, quote unquote, send Kumba flying now. I'm not so sure if he's finished off. If he is, then that just means we just saw Vegito finish off an opponent for the first time in any form of anime because he didn't finish off Buu, he didn't finish off Fusamazu, which he should have, but here he may have finished off Kumba if that's what we're meant to believe. So, and then all is right with the world. No, Fu comes in, he's pissed off, and he realizes the seal's broken, and I've got to make you guys pay for this. You destroyed my lab, and this is all part of the plan. By the way, Fu caused this himself by allowing Goku and Vegeta to run amok. Like, he didn't keep enough close eye on Xeno Goku. Like, big mistake, Fu. And he tries to use the same technique he used against Comba. This time, Goku and Vegeta the fusion actually dissolves and kind of twitching like he's still back in the fight. And I think, I don't know what's going to cause the Ultra Instinct to awaken. If it's going to be the first time in Heroes, I mean, clearly it is, because that's only been like promotional stuff to like highlight the fact that he's in the game. This has not been a part of the PR anime yet, so that's going to be cool to see in some anime capacity for the first time since the Tournament of Power that Goku got Ultra Instinct, mastered Ultra Instinct. So Vegito goes Super Saiyan 4. I mean, it's been a long time coming. So obviously seeing Xeno Vegeta and Super Saiyan 4 was good too. I hope they may explain that. Like I said, I think the earrings came from the Supreme Kai time. Just look closely at the color. So, but yeah, all in all, it was an okay episode. Like I said, they did good to get rid of the opening. I think it added to the episode personally. And if this is a common trait, then I hope it continues. And I hope it continues as long as they can, especially with what's to come. That's it from me. Thanks so much for watching. Like this review if you did. Subscribe to the channel for more Dragon Ball Heroes. Catch you guys later.